Hi there and welcome to my channel Simply Stocks, and today I'm going to talk about ACRYSIL, which has fallen a lot from the top and now I believe looks attractive and can create wealth for investors. So let's understand about the business. Let's get started. First of all, a disclaimer that this is not a stock recommendation and people taking any position to any share that I talk about should that with their own due diligence and research, and I'm not in favor or against any company that I talk about. Before I talk about ACRYSIL, here's a small request that can you support me on Patreon. Once you do that, will help me grow the channel, help you also ask me questions and eke out answers in greater detail. Once you get a $10 membership, you'll have access to my portfolio, my watch list, and number of podcasts I put up from time to time on short-term, long-term market calls. And if you pay $100 upfront, you get 1 year access by paying for 10 months. For detailed market or company talk, you can directly email me and we can work things out with a fee. And also, if you cannot pay on Patreon, you can join the WhatsApp membership on a yearly basis. Now about the company. Established in 1987, ACRYSIL provides a number of home improvement products, and their products include quartz sinks, chimneys, dishwashers, ice chillers, oven, refrigerators, etc. It has global presence, and the market cap of the company is around 1200 crores or so. So it has gone down from around 2000 crores or so. So it has means there have been a 50 to 60% decline in the stock in the market cap at the moment. It's a pure economy play, in fact a pure European global economy play, because it has operations globally, especially in Europe. If you look at the numbers, these are Q2 numbers. So sales went up by 16%, but there was a huge dip in profitability. The profits dipped by 45% from 9.5 crores. It actually went to, so actually profits went up by 45% and not dipped it to around 18 crores. Low combined promoter or institutional holding is a worry. ROE is around 12%, margins at 16%. But that is how things have been. 9.5 crores actually has been the profit versus 18 crores, and profits have dipped by around 45%. So that is exactly what I have written. So basically 9.5 crores is the profit that has come out this time around. So what has been ailing the stock? Global economic slump, especially if their business is 70%, 55 to 60% in Europe, and then 15%, 20% coming from US. Then there's a major, you can say, headwind for the company doing that because of the economic slump globally. Raw material costs have also surged with metal prices going up, and many other costs, freight costs have gone up, oil prices have gone up globally from very abysmal levels 2 years back. So things have not been that great on that front as well. And the situation in Europe, situation in Ukraine and Russia has not, you can say, helped either, especially when you think of, you can say, a food crisis that is happening globally. Countries that are, you can say, making food products or grains, etc., or cultivating it, are saved from it. But still, in countries like India, there are economic problems that are taking place, and we are facing a situation in which the growth is not that strong as was envisaged. So a lot of things are taking place, and that is why ACRYSIL has not been performing well. Decline in construction activity over the last 2 years here in India has also resulted in lower sales from, you can say, domestic level. And it had lofty valuations earlier, and you will always know it in hindsight, but valuations were not that great earlier. So it has dipped, and now it is coming at very reasonable valuations at around 18, 19 times earnings. So I believe these are the salient features of the company. A global presence in more than 25 nations across Europe and US, Americas is a pretty good thing once globe recovers, probably in the second half of this year. Having a number of products in various segments, as I mentioned, quartz, chimneys, etc., and other kitchen appliances products that they make, is also a very big plus, because once things start going, well in terms of sales, then I mean, throughout the canvas it would happen. A debt-free company, low market cap for such a business. I believe 1200 crores is extremely low for such a business. Once you get the revenue thing going and profitability comes in, I think this can easily be 3 to 4,000 crore company. Looking to expand sales by 3x in the next 10 years is what they have mentioned last year in 2020. In fact, in late 2021, that's what they mentioned. So by 2030 or so, sales could go up 3x. So that could be big, because market cap to sales ratio would completely change and profitability will be something else. So a very good long term pick at these levels, something like ACRYSIL, if somebody has a little bit of risk appetite. Q2 numbers last year were very good, outstanding numbers that they put out, and probably numbers should improve going forward. This time around, numbers have not been that great, but in FY22, the Q2 numbers were pretty good. So, what I meant by this is that once economy picks up globally, once things really get going, ACRYSIL comes out with very strong numbers, because sales, on the sales front and on the operational front, they do a lot of things right. So, in my opinion, what needs to be done is buy only if you have at least a 3 year time frame, because we are seeing green shoots with respect to what is happening with IT and pharma and export oriented, you can say, stocks, that they are coming back into fashion, and little bit of recovery and buying is happening. So, over the next 2 to 3 years, big recovery is expected to happen in export oriented companies. So, you should have a 2.5 3 year time frame. You should be ready to see a 20-25% decline if that happens over the next 6 months on the stock. These are good levels to start buying, but I won't say that you go ahead and buy big time straight away at these levels. Probably what you can do is probably buy 14-15% of your total holding at these levels, and then keep on buying on every 5-7% decline. You keep on buying, or if there is a big upsurge, then you accumulate quickly on an up move, because then you would be pretty much sure of the stock probably bottoming out. So once Europe recovers, it should do well, and I believe from July onwards, June, July onwards, things will look much better on the ground in Europe and US, and with the summers coming in. In fact, with the war as well, I am pretty optimistic with what is happening in Ukraine and Russia, that things should start amending and getting better on that front as well. So once Europe recovers, probably second half of this year, stock should perform exceedingly well, and I think the sector overall should do well over the next 4 5 years or so, or even longer. So this is a stock to hold over a 3 year period minimum to around 7 to 10 years, because the company itself have has a vision of that period or so, and have less than 5% exposure into such small caps. Don't put a lot, so that you are not stressed if the stock goes down 20-25%. You should be having 12-15 other stocks that you are holding in your portfolio, along with something like a CRISIL. So this was my video on ACRYSIL. Please like and subscribe my channel, hit the bell icon so you get my videos straight away when I post it. Kindly support me on Patreon. Thanks a lot for watching.